Hello, welcome to Creed. This is Derek, the owner of the channel, and this is my first gameplay I will be uploading. And, well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Derek. At the moment I'm 12 and March 18th, 2012 joining YouTube. For this account, my old YouTube account had almost reached partnership, then was hacked and deleted, and my very first YouTube account was just not popular. I made anime music videos, and my second YouTube account was Derek the Ponage Camper. I may still use depending on what happens to this channel. Now, moving on, the games I will be uploading is possibly, if it's requested, Naruto. Of any game I have, at the moment I only have Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, Shippuden. I have Revelations, I have Battlefield 3, and I have a couple other games such as Grand Theft Auto, and I may be doing Let's Plays of games like those. Now, moving on to the gameplay here, and I do not tend to talk about gameplay the whole time. I just like to create introductions for it. I'm playing as the Count, and my perks are, I believe, Blender. Trying to remember my perks. That's quite a failure there. I know I have Blender on. My abilities are Templar Vision and Hidden Gun, which is probably my favorite setup right now because I do not have enough credits to purchase the Smoke Bomb, which will probably be replacing Bodyguard on one of my classes. But aside from that, this game is on, I believe, Rome Night. I don't know all the map names yet. I've only had this game for 2 weeks. And this is one of my better multiplayer matches I got. Here I saw that my pursuer was being an idiot and could not find me whatsoever. So while I was waiting for a target, which sometimes is not assigned until your pursuer is stunned or someone loses a contract due to an odd number of players, I just wait for him to come around so I can stun him, and spoiler alert, obviously it works. He does a leap of faith, doesn't expect me to turn around, and I hit him in the face. Then I'm assigned the Autumn Jester as my target. I do not have some of the characters because I cannot create a Uplay account because this is my brother's live, and it requires a certain age to do it. So I can't use my new code for the pre-ordered edition. But anyways, so at the beginning you kind of saw the bullcrap that went on with the Jester. He killed me within a 2 seconds of the game starting, so he must have selected his class and then just been ready to go. Here I fell at locking. And at some points you may see me try to fill up the bar, but he was running and I didn't want to get too close for him, and he would have the option to stun. And I'm sorry if I stun civilians. Sometimes I accidentally press stun just because I'm antsy and someone might like jump out. Like him, his walking patterns were a little odd. He walked through the fountain, and it actually hardly ever gets me caught, which I'm surprised with. And anyways, I see the Jester come down up here in a moment to the left, and there he is. Kill in 1 moment, build up incognito. And I apologize for the bad quality. This is a non-high definition dazzle. I used to record Wii gameplays, and this is my first Xbox gameplay. And I haven't really worked out the settings, and even though there's 39 gigs free, my brother won't let me install Pinnacle, so I have to use Movie Maker, and it's kind of junky. Now there, I could have waited for the bar to fill up, but not quite. Saw him running. Even though he was saved from his pursuer, he was still running, so I decided to press B a little late, and it gave him Reckless for it, which it really worked for my favor. He only got 100 points, so technically he didn't get any points because I got the same amount of points as him. Here I was going to build up, but it just reached silent, and he might have ran out of sight, and Well, when you go after someone and they notice the same persona walking behind them, even if you're blending in very good, they become suspicious, and it just doesn't work out. Like here, I'm surprised he didn't really catch me. I missed my hidden gunshot that didn't raise any suspicion from him, didn't start a chase or anything, which I'm quite impressed with. To be honest, I thought that the hidden gun would start that, and he's not suspicious of me on the railing at all. He decides to run past, and I admit, yes, it's not anything to brag about, a 66-50 game on Deathmatch for a small map like this, but these guys were complete noobs, okay? If I was actually going against, the highest level was like a level 50, and there was one of them. And he wasn't even playing like a level 50. Might have had a friend over or something. So, really, I'm just getting lucky here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm fairly bad at this game, and still need to get used to it. Now, anyways, aside from insulting myself on how badly I play, if you see me trying to accept invites from this, one of my friends, Pady Dog Noob, it's because I kept trying to accept his invites, it wasn't letting me, and right now as I'm recording the commentary, my mic is on the bed next to me, muted, while I'm doing the commentary. And you'll see a couple times I bring up the menu to accept, but it obviously fails. And if you want to know any basic tips for the game, I'll throw some down right now. One is, be cautious of the approach meter. Just because someone goes around the corner, it doesn't mean they're not going to turn back. So I'd be careful, make sure they're around the corner for at least more than a second, because they might actually turn their camera view around to see if someone's following them. That's something smart to do, in my opinion, and it's something I do frequently. I'm not going to lie. And also, don't take too long. You need to be aggressive, but you also need to be stealthy. Okay? Now, he was not being aggressive enough. He should have pressed X right at the limit of where he could. And especially here, if your target is on a rooftop that requires multiple climbs, be very cautious. Try to climb the roof where it won't put you in sight of him. Climb the side of the wall that won't put you in sight. Another tip, look over the edge like you're looking for your target if you're on the same roof as him. Pretend to be looking down, looking for a target, so whenever he comes by and sees you, he won't think of anything, really. He won't raise any suspicion unless he's an extremely smart player who presses B when they walk by all players. If you identify someone as a player, it's always smart to tap B a couple times when you're near him, just to see what happens, because, well, it could save your life, or at least give you some points. Now, here's another thing. The bar, that's the second time that's happened where it was about 99% full, and I did not get the incognito kill because they were in range for an assassination, and it probably would have gave them the B option to stun. And that would have highly decreased my score, so I would rather take a silent kill rather than be stunned or have a contested kill. And another thing, if you identify your pursuer, try to be cautious and see what their playstyle is. If it's extremely aggressive, well-balanced, or stealthy. Like here. I see him. I was planning to try to take a stealthy approach, blend in, and take a stun at him. But as I had two or three pursuers after me, I was killed via hatchet in the back before I could do anything to him. So that definitely created a problem, but it's not that big of a deal, really. I mean, do not ever get stuck up on one death, no matter how ridiculous it is. If they did an animus hack, which frustrates the crap out of most people, including me, I tend to get very frustrated if I get killed by an animus hack, especially when I'm not their target, and they get bonus points when they're probably just using kill buffer, so they didn't even have to get that kill streak. Now here is, I did the stun knock him off the railing, and I tried to get a hidden gunshot off because I knew I couldn't do anything, and I was assassinated at the end of the game. So, I guess that was a decent game for me. That was a 66-50 score. My score was 11-7, which is decent for deathmatch because you don't normally, it's not like Call of Duty or any shooter for that matter, that you try to get an extremely high kill to death ratio. It's more about being as stealthy as you can. Okay guys, that is about it. I got 9 accolades and I was in the Hall of Fame for the most stuns. And to be honest, I'm not that good at stunning. Most of the time I get contested kills, as you saw. I leveled up and earned 24 Abstergo credits. That was a game on, I believe, it's either Galata or Rome, Knight. And I was using the Count. Goodbye. You're leaving the Creed.